I dress like this, right? I like my nails, I like my earrings, I like makeup, I like lashes. And then you hear that I love Jesus and like, really? Like I didn't think someone like you. I'm like, well, what's that mean? Getting all the things that might take a normal person out. In the industry, it's cutthroat, this like if you don't know your value system, if you don't know who you are, it will take you out. So we take so much time. I took so much time to develop and know that I know who I am in this industry, so I don't get taken out by anything. And so my goal with Raw Sauce Academy is something for me that I know is that I used to deal with a lot of attention in a negative sense. And so too much attention on just solely on me for the past 10 years really molding and purifying, and I grew up thinking that I was like dumb or something just because my brain thought a different way. Hey, what's up guys? My name is Erin Ross and this is my exclusive interview on HIPTV. This is a good question because as somebody who struggled in like traditional like brick and mortar school, I didn't feel that I was catered to as far as like teaching in a way that a creative person works. I grew up thinking that I was like dumb or something just because my brain thought a different way. And actually right now they're doing so much of like taking the arts out of the schools and I feel like they're going out their way to take out arts in the schools and choirs and dance programs. And so no, I don't feel like the education system does enough. I'm not sure how it is in the rest of the world, but specifically America. That's what they're doing. And so my goal with Raw Sauce Academy is, which is where I teach my vocals, my goal with that is to nourish that and water that plant and make, like, ignite that passion within students or adults or whoever that I'm teaching. It's to put that back in, because I do feel like it's not catered to enough. That is such a good question. And the thing is, I big face it, because it's like, for me, being an artist, being Christian, being me, there's no like on switch and off switch to each of those things. I am all of those things. I am a child of God who does music. So it's like, that's who I'm gonna bring in any venue or space or whoever I'm talking to. It's not an on and off switch. This is who I am. So how I deal with it is anyway, continue. So yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, I would say so. I think it would be put in a box, I dress like this, right? I like my nails, I like my earrings, I like makeup, I like lashes. And then you hear that I love Jesus and like, really? Like I didn't think someone like you. I'm like, well, what's that mean? Like what does that mean? I think everybody's so individual and they have so much to give. And I think that the world can perceive like someone who is faith-based or that loves the Lord is like, I think people have a picture in their mind of what something is like. And so I think one of the reasons the Lord put me on the earth is to really break that mold, and is like, we come in all shapes, sizes, and forms, and we're all here to bring the light. And so maybe someone who's dressed, more plainly can reach the ones that really love more plain. But what about the ones that are like me, that have such a big personality and like are just so loud and like, where do those people go? Where did I go? So I think we're human, so I think we love to put things in boxes, but I mean, I'm here to break the mold. It's so funny, this question of genre. I was just talking about like just the boxes and like stigmas and stuff that we as humans like to categorize people in. And for me, this question is so funny because it's the hardest one. Like I get asked many questions, and the genre thing is the hardest one because I'm like, it's like I'm not bent to a genre, you know? I always say that my genre is lyrics and melody of like whatever I'm feeling. I truly am an artist, so whatever I'm feeling is what it's gonna be. So whether it's on like an Afrobeat song or a reggaeton song, some like opera, there's opera elements in my song, there's jazz elements in my songs, orchestral, like there's such a fusion of things. I'm mixed, you know, so I come from two different cultures. I have immigrant parents, and so it's just like I'm literally wired to mix things together. So that question of genre is so funny because it's like, it's lyrics and melody. It's Erin Ross. I'm creating something new. Okay, so for the past 10 years, or Mama Daf had mentioned like the ministry home and the record label. I've been in development. Our development looks a little bit different than I would say like a traditional record label. And I would say for the past 10 years, really molding and purifying and getting all the things that might take a normal person out. So like in the industry, it's cutthroat, you know, this like if you don't know your value system, if you don't know who you are, it will take you out. So we take so much time. I took so much time to develop and know that I know who I am in this industry, so I don't get taken out by anything. And so my goal with Raw Sauce Academy is something for me that I know is that I used to deal with a lot of attention in a negative sense. And so too much attention on just solely on me is a problem for me, you know? So what I know is that I'm called to the industry where I'm gonna obviously get a lot of attention. There's cameras all in this room. I understand I'm gonna get a lot of attention. I'm getting recognized now, so I understand that it's coming and it's here. But something that really keeps me grounded is teaching. Teaching kids, teaching adults, teaching people that have dreams and passions, and that's what really motivates me. So I always say like, I'm the NBA the MVP player and also the coach. I'm trying to do both at the same time because as I rise, something that really keeps me grounded is also helping others come up with me and also just investing back in our youth. How old am I? I'm 29 years old. So 29 years. I came up singing C notes and stuff. I've always sang, I have videos of like when I'm 2 years old singing like Celine Dion in the middle of a street. So I've always sang, and singing was always option A. I never had a plan B, and if my plan B was plan B, it would be something around music. So I'm literally doing what I've always wanted to do. The entertainment industry, 100%, I feel is all about like the glitz and glamour and what's viral and what's hot, you know. It is harder I think there's a lot of so many talented underground artists that I feel don't get the recognition that they deserve simply because they won't compromise on values or they won't follow the traditional system. Artists just want to create. They don't want to like be a puppet, you know what I mean? Artists want to create art. They don't want to be somebody's canvas, you know what I mean? So I definitely think like the state of the industry and where it is now, I definitely think it values popularity or what's hot rather than prioritizing raw talent, yeah. 100%. That I know that I'm taking a longer route to my journey. I know that like wholeheartedly. I'm walking into this with my eyes wide open, and I'm very, you know, open about it. I talk about it on my social media. I have a series called Diaries of an Unfiltered Artist, and just talking about how like the ups and downs of what it really is truly like to be an artist, where I'm not going to show my body and I'm not going to sleep with that guy, you know, like I've been approached by many big people in the industry, and it's just like I'm just not going to do that. That's why taking that time of developing like for the past 10 years, I mean all my life, but like really truly going after like looking at myself in the mirror and say like, okay, let's have a conversation. Let's really be honest. But I know it definitely is taking longer, but I think it's worth it because I much rather be here for longevity rather than just like a viral moment. I definitely see my career being very long lasting, and if that takes me a little bit longer, then I'm completely fine with that. I think who I am and who my morals are, I feel like everyone should have, who has a voice or who has that gift of influence should have a responsibility, just because it's a gift, you know, like people are listening to you, anything that you say, you should watch what you say. Like you do have some sort of responsibility, but I don't think enough people take on that role. And so I think me personally, I wish more people did take on that responsibility of like being a role model, but artists, again, just want to create art. And so, yeah, it's kind of, I would say yes, like I feel we should. If you have a voice, if you have a mic, if you have a pen, if you have a camera in front of you, you should be responsible for what you say. Yes, okay, well, I mean, right now I'm gigging, so I have, when I get back, I have a couple of shows in LA, I have a show on FAR in San Diego, I'm working also with the Ross Sauce Academy, partnering with Movement B in San Diego with Nate Howard, and so we're gonna be doing some stuff there with the kids and just investing back, so I'm just bopping around and doing what I do. And yeah, so just gigging and connecting with people. Okay, well, I don't know about a freestyle. I can sing something. What do you want me to? I can sing anything. I can sing maybe the first verse of my latest single. I don't know if anybody knows Go Go Mo. Love you guys. It's a song that I wrote inspired by their love, because I've never been in love, and so I wanted to write a song about love. So here it goes. Let's build a paper plane and fly it through the sky. I wanna dance with you in heaven's light and lose track of time. I wanna sail across the ocean and sing to you. Solo performance. Live. Collabo. Collabo. Church choir. Collabo. Collabo. As it comes. Just because I think, I know I'm an artist, you know, like I want to create whatever's coming in comes in. So like, I feel better that way. I feel more like an artist. Music videos. Singing for fun. Album, I believe in projects. Thank you so much for watching, guys. My name is Erin Ross, and this was my exclusive interview on HIPTV. You can find me at the Ross Sauce on TikTok and Instagram, in my Vocal Academy, Ross Sauce Academy, on TikTok and Instagram as well. On all streaming platforms, you just look my name up, Erin Ross. I have a debut EP called Still Becoming, and I just released my single, I Don't Feel the Cold, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere streaming platform. So thank you so much for watching. See you later. Interview on HIPTV. You can find me at the Ross Sauce, THEROSS Sauce, on all streaming. Sorry. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This was Erin Ross, and this is my exclusive interview on.
So before we go to the game session, you need to do some sort of like freestyle for us.
Freestyle.
Yeah. So you do like a freestyle for us. Just see. Let's feel like we paid you.
Okay, well, I don't know about a freestyle. I can sing something. What do you want me to do? I can sing anything.
Yeah.
Okay. On all streaming platforms. And then...
on all social media handles.
Yes, on all social media handles. We can't cut. It has to be one thing.
It has to be one thing. So
okay.
we don't like jump.
Totally, okay.
Alright, let's do that again. 3, 2, 1, find that take and go.
Thank you so much for watching, guys.